Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Elena and this is Elena in Wonderland. Today's video is going to be all about our fall autumnal hopefuls. We don't need to be saying TBR around here because I fail every time I try to stick to a TBR. Moods change too much for that. So here's a stack of books that I want to talk about today that I want to read this fall. There's 10 books here. I definitely have more than 10 that I'm wanting to read for sure. However, 10 right now. So the first book that I want to talk about is Gideon the Ninth. I recently hauled this book in one of my videos that you probably saw. So the way this book was pitched to me that made me want to read it was lesbian necromancers and say less. The next book I have here is very horror, Halloween, scary movie vibes, and that's going to be The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. And I have not read from this author, however, this is a Carrie retelling. And I'm very excited about it. I have also had this book for a really long time. I don't know if you can tell where I took the sticker off, but I've had this book for, well, definitely over a year because I got it in the old apartment that we were living in. So definitely need to go ahead and get to this book. It's also YA, so I'm curious to see like how that will translate. I haven't read the book Carrie, but I've watched the movie and the remix, and that makes me curious about that book. My next book that I'm hopeful for is going to be Jackal. This book, okay, first off, this author, Erin E. Adams, I found this author through the book Out There Screaming, edited by Jordan Peele, and this was one of the authors that had a short story in that collection, and I really enjoyed the writing in the collection that they wrote specifically, so I found their book and wanted to read it. I don't know much about this, but I'll read like that first sentence. A young black girl goes missing in the woods outside her white Rust Belt town. But she's not the first, and she may not be the last. It's watching, it's taking, it's your turn. It's like a horror slash thriller. If you can't tell, my mood in the fall definitely falls back to like my thriller junkie vibes. And then I like to dabble in horror. The next one I have is gonna be Immortal Longings. This cover is actually really pretty. I like the gold foiling on this cover. This is a book that I got from Saga Press, so thank you very much, Saga Press, for sending me this book. I'm excited to read it. This has a bunch of fantasy elements in it, and then also the sequel's gonna be coming out later. I'm not sure if it's next month or a couple months from now, but I need to read this soon so I could read the arc for the second book that comes out as well. It's a annual games tournament style book, and so that gives me Hunger Games, that gives me The Serpent and the Wings of Night vibes. I love competition, and I think competition loves me. I'm a very competitive person as well, so that's why I picked that book. Okay, the next book is by one of my new favorite authors, and that is We Spread by Ian Reid. And like the cover alone is so beautiful. If you are new here, I read I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and it was a masterpiece of 5 freaking stars. However, this is my next one from Ian Reid because I own this one, obviously. It's here physically. But I want to read this one next because of the fact that this is one of their most recent novels. I think it is the actual most recent novel that he's written. But it's also about older people and Alzheimer's, I believe is what someone else mentioned. And so like I have to emotionally prepare for that. But it's another one of those psychological thrilling aspects of like, what the hell am I reading kind of thing. And I just loved his writing the first time. So now I want to read all of his backlist. This next book is actually an ARC, and I just got this ARC bundled from the author. The author is Tyler J. Welsh, and his book is called End Realm. His wife actually designed that cover, which I thought was really cool. This book deals with a man in the underworld. He doesn't know how he got there. He also doesn't remember that he's married. He wakes up and he has a ring on his finger. He's confused and he's trying to figure all this out. And he also doesn't know how he got to the underworld. This is also about like if God and the devil were reversed, if that makes sense. And so he's in that middle ground space. But this is definitely a horror novel. It's got some trigger warnings in there, and it's definitely going to be splatterpunk, I believe is what, at least what I'm getting from the gist of this. I think it's going to be splatterpunk. And if you don't know what that means, it means a lot of gore. So if you're not into it, pass. But if you're into it and you can handle it, maybe check it out. Okay, this next book I recently just bought, literally yesterday. Or 2 days ago, I'm sorry. I'm really excited about this one. So this is called The Deer and the Dragon. This is No Other Gods series by Piper C.J. Oh, I forgot to show you the edges. I totally forgot to show you the edges. My bad. The back of this says, the deities you call aren't always the ones who answer. So that alone drew me in with the cover, with the edges. However, what I really, really loved was the dedication specifically. It says, to queer women everywhere who ended up in relationships with men as ongoing proof that who we love is not a choice. And I just felt like that called to me. And so I was really happy about it, and I had to buy it, so I did. And it was actually only $13 because I had rewards. So I'm excited. This next book is my first aardvark pick, and that is Mistress of Lies. This is a queer Filipino author. He is trans. I'm really excited about this. It's got vampires, it's got like death and raw emotions. I can't even think right now, but this is going to be a dark, twisted fantasy is the gist of what I'm understanding, as well as the, ooh, I forgot that was in there. So the little blurb. A villainous heroine finds herself plunged into a seductive world of power, politics, and murder in the court of the Vampire King. In this bloodthirsty debut from an unmissable new voice in fantasy romance, there is an author's note in here that talked about the triggers. There's a content note, and I thought that was amazing. It's very detailed and thoughtful to readers, and I thought that was just like a really sweet touch to add. Oh, and I did want to mention, everybody talks about the cover for these aardvark books being buttery, and it's no joke. It's no freaking joke. I don't know what material this is, but I absolutely love it. It's so soft, like I want to rub my face against it soft. And I just had to share that, you know, I get it now. I get it. Okay, I have 2 books left on this little hopefuls video. The first one is the X-Hex, and you all saw me give you a synopsis for this a couple weeks ago. I will drop that somewhere in the cards. If you want to watch that video, you can, but I'm not going to reread the synopsis for this. Just know it is a cute rom-com with two witches. There's an ex-hex involved, and everything goes wrong, per usual, small town vibes. This is editing Elena because I decided to change the 10th book that I wanted to read for this fall. Autumn hopeful video. So the book you see here is called You Again. This is by Kate Goldbeck. Sorry, my cat is like talking to us as we are talking to you. This is gonna be a Harry Met Sally vibes, and if you are new here, my husband and I met like multiple times, different places, serendipitously, so I have a really fond love to the movie Harry Met Sally. If you see the flies flying around and it's driving you crazy, it's also driving me crazy, so I apologize. Anyways, back to the book. I'm excited about this. The cover literally screams fall, so I was like, obviously I should do this book. Why didn't I not have it in there before? I don't know. But this will be that last and 10th book that I want to read. I just wanted to show off my shirt really quick that says, "Let me read in peace." It's so cute. I also have a discount code for this shop. It's Spicy Dragon Co., I believe. And that link is going to be in my Linktree. If you scroll on the Linktree, there is a discount link. You could buy from that shop. It is a small owned business, female owned as well. That wraps up all 10 books. And I'm very excited about these books. I also got a new bookshelf and I need to figure out how I'm going to redecorate my entire office. So we'll figure that out together because that'll be fun, right? You know, reorganization and then setting up a brand new bookshelf that I got free. Thanks to one of Dalton's old friends that he had made. So I just wanted to say thank you all for watching this video. I'm so happy to have you here. If you enjoyed it, please hit like and subscribe if you want some more content. I hope to see you all soon and have a great day. Bye.